Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today is an exciting day back in hamstrings. I love training hamstrings. I also love training my back, especially since it's a weak point. So, what's on the menu for today? I posted right here. This is going to be a pretty good workout. I get the stimulus on my back and I get the stimulus throughout the hamstrings. That's going to be some RDLs and some leg curls. So I have not been huge on RDLs other than the dumbbells. I know you guys seen me do that in previous videos, but I've not been huge on putting up some weight with them. So tracking progressive overload here and making sure all execution is the same. I'm going to be excited to see how much I can actually progress with heavier weights and heavier loads on the RDLs. I do think that they'll benefit my hamstrings pretty well, but I'm actually excited to see what it does for my lower back specifically, and maybe a little bit of the traps as well, the two areas that I really want to focus on. But with that being said, I'm not going to hold this talk up too much because today I am taking my wife for our first date in 5 months. We're going to an Italian restaurant. I know the owner. Well, he's a friend, but we've spoken plenty of times, and the food there is absolutely amazing. They used to be in Astoria, Queens, but now they're in Manhattan. It's called L'Incontro. They used to be called Trattoria L'Incontro, but now they're just L'Incontro by Rocco. So it's in Manhattan. We're going to take the trip out there. So I'm going to make this workout quick, efficient. I'll try to explain as much as I can during the workout, but I am going to be getting to it. Just watch my execution, watch the quality of the reps, and I'll see you guys at the gym. I'm not going to talk much during the drive. I'm going to listen to a podcast. I have a few to catch up on, whether that be Mr. Joe Perch, John Jewett, a few people that I just listen to on the regular. I'm going to catch up on some of that, sit in my pre-workout. I've been saving caffeine specifically for just workouts. I have not been doing it with my fasted cardio. And then from there, hopefully we have a great lift. All right. I'm excited for this split. Oh my God, I'm getting big. Quality tissue as well. So see you guys at the gym. All right, what's going on, y'all? All right, we are here getting ready to start this lift. I'm going to start off with a single arm lat pull down. This is one of my favorite movements right now, especially since I'm trying to grow my lats. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing too much talking, but I'm going to be making sure that I execute, and hopefully you can catch on to what the theme of the workout is going to be like. It is execution from first rep all the way to the last rep, pushing till failure without having any breakdown in the form. Right now I'm starting off with a lighter weight, but this is going to count towards the sets that I show you. So as you see, that's just a warm up. Definitely good tension on that one, but just a warm up. So time under tension is key here. That's the goal, is to stay under tension the whole time. And what I mean by that is when you're doing a lat pull down, you want to be able to come up, but you don't want to reach so far out. It's important to get a good stretch, but you don't want to reach so far out that you come off of the lat. That's when you start to have to begin that movement with scapular retraction, and then you're not keeping that lat engaged. So the goal is full extension within the range of motion of the lat. So that is what I'm talking about, staying within that range of motion. Now you get a better view. But I'm gonna take a second before I move on to the other arm, because I really pushed it on that set. No! Two! Three! Four! Oh, boy, what a fucking set. I am unbelievably pumped, just off of 2 sets. Unbelievably pumped. Now this third set, I'm keeping the weight the same, hoping to get around the same amount of reps, but with how hard I pushed that last one, I'm not sure. I'm just letting my nervous system calm down a little bit before I get into that set, so I can make sure I give it my all. As far as rest times go, listen, we're not doing cardio here. So 1 minute of rest time is really not gonna cut it to give the same amount of output for the following sets. I'm not telling you to go take 10 minutes in between each set to make sure you get the best one. You wanna maintain that pump, but I am saying give yourself adequate rest to get the most out of your set. Yo. Yo. Oh! 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 Shit! So 2 less reps than the last working set, but I feel like that was the same amount of stimulus, same amount of time under tension, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna give myself just a minute to recoup so I can give this next, since I'm doing it unilaterally. Oh. Yeah. 2. 2. Go! 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 No! No! So! gun to my head and you told me to get one more rep with perfect execution, it wasn't gonna happen. And that to me is true failure. To talk about the diet real quick. No, not about the diet. To talk about this date night that I have real quick and if I'm gonna be changing anything around my diet. So, is it necessary? I think the most necessary thing was to just be to replace your biggest meal with that off-plan meal when you're in an off-season setting or if you have a refeed plan with your coach. But I am going to be replacing my biggest meal, which is my post-workout meal. Not the immediate post-workout, but the second post-workout meal that I have, which is 200 grams of rice, 6 ounces of chicken. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna actually pull back fats on other meals. So whereas I would have around, I think it's 10 grams of fat on those other meals, I'll replace it with 4 grams of olive oil or something to keep the fats low on those other meals. Because I know that these restaurants, especially going to an Italian restaurant, are gonna cook with high fat and high sodium. Now, as far as the water, I tapered down the water today as opposed from doing 1 gallon or 2 gallons of water, whereas I just drink water regularly as needed today. Typically, you want to keep water high so that you're flushing the water and sodium that you have out, but I'm gonna save that for tomorrow when I'm trying to get that water retention off. I noticed that when I drink a lot of water and then I have something like a high sodium or off-plan meal, the water retention is greater, which is fine, but I end up having bad acid reflux. Now, there are other things that cause the acid reflux, but the goal is to just not have the food sit on top of my stomach and my chest like how it normally does, and that will really bother me. That will make me feel like I need to throw up. But with that being said, we have hamstring curls right now. So this is a back and hammies day. We're gonna alternate. We're gonna do 2 hamstring workouts. The RDLs is a back and hamstring workout, but we're gonna alternate. We're gonna have the hamstrings now. We're gonna have RDLs next, and then we're gonna come back to back for a little bit. All right, so let's get it. No more talking. You guys are gonna watch the rest of this fucking workout. So I did use quite a bit of momentum on that last one, unfortunately, but the last 2 reps, I should say. But so what I did was I took my plan and I put it into ChatGPT, and from there I had them write out the full sets and add weight and reps with a space in between, and that's how I track my progression. And I put it in the notes app. It's very simple. I do this quick. It's all written out for me. So I literally just do this quick. I add the weight, and then I add how many reps I did. This is a quick way to do it. You can write it in a logbook, but I think this is very efficient without dragging out in between your, doesn't feel like a task. You know what I'm saying? All right, I only get 2 sets of this. Since this is my first week, adding these back in, but with heavier loads, I'm gonna back off on the weight a little bit. Let myself get adjusted to this. The goal is not to be strong. My goal is to put on muscle, right? And in turn, as I put on muscle, I will get stronger. So I know I was talking a lot about progressive overload, but progressive overload is not the key here. The key is to get bigger. And in that turn from there, create a natural progressive overload. As I get bigger, there's gonna be a more demand for weight to create the same stimulus, weight and reps. So right here, I'm starting off a little bit lighter. The next set, I'm only gonna go up to 2 plates. Focus on time under tension, feeling that squeeze, feeling that burn, getting acquainted to the amount of weight that is gonna be putting on my lower back, my erectors, and my hamstrings, and glutes. And from there, I will titrate up the weight week by week until I find that point where the working set is challenging, but I am not gonna kill myself. So I probably undershot that weight a little bit. I could have started off with 2 plates and probably moved up to 2 plates and a quarter, but play it safe. It was challenging towards the end. What a set right there. Not even heavy weight. To make that lightweight feel heavy, game changer. So execution is key. Let's move on. I believe we have overhand roll, so basically it's chest supported T-bar roll. I'm gonna superset that with Kelso shrugs at the end, just to get some more traction upper back. ESPN just said the starting left tackle for the Patriots just got carted off the field. I'm a Patriots fan. This is devastating. There goes Drake May's MVP season, and there goes our chances at the Super Bowl. Will Campbell got that dog in him. He's from LSU. He said he would die protecting the quarterback. That's the type of energy I need from my left tackle. Drake May right-handed. The left tackle is supposed to protect your blind side. He don't let nobody buy him. He was struggling in the beginning of the season. He don't let nobody buy him. Oh, my leg's shaking. All right, of course, we got the staple, the new staple in the workout, the Brett Wilkin rows. I'm only going to show one set of this because I have to hurry up and get ready for date night. I'll show you guys a quick pump check after I finish the rest of this workout. So watch this one set. I'll get you that pump check, and I'll catch you after. Oh. 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 Ah. 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 Oh. Whew. So as you know, everywhere I go, I gotta find the anabolic lighting. The anabolic lighting has been found.
Hey guys, it's date night. We're on our way to our favorite Italian restaurant. Can't wait, I'm starving. The only thing I had today was breakfast, and then I went to the gym and got dressed.
And as you see, I went to the gym as well, but she goes to a different gym. She goes to Pure Fitness, formerly known as Blink.
Yeah. You like my hair? Something new that I tried. I've never ever done this before. I wore my hair out in curls like this before. And I don't know how I feel about it, but we're on our way. It's a lot of traffic out right now.
Quite a bit of traffic, but the reservations for 5:30. We are getting there at 5:33, but I did stop. We were originally supposed to get there at 5:20. I stopped. I had to get a beverage. I had to get water actually because I was dying of thirst. So stopped to get something to drink. We still got to cross this bridge. I'm gonna chop this time down. If you know me, I'm gonna make this time go down. But New York traffic, can't get around it really. It's inevitable. Leave ahead of time. Don't put everybody else in jeopardy because you decided to leave 50 minutes late. You're gonna make it to work in 10 minutes knowing that you work 30 minutes away. Can't stand people like that. But we're gonna check back in when we park up. Once we finish dinner, because we're obviously not gonna walk in there with a camera. It's a very upscale restaurant. We dress very nice. I was wearing a jacket. I'm not made for jackets. I'm just not made for suffocation. So I may just have to thug it out and walk in a little bit of chilly weather. Honestly, this weather is perfect for me. Wind chill showing 50 degrees right now, which is like, that's t-shirt weather for me. With that being said, we're 20 minutes away. We are going to watch NFL Red Zone. I would say it's against her will, but she's been a little bit locked in recently. We're going to watch some NFL Red Zone while we're on our way there. And catch you guys after. Maybe we'll walk around Manhattan for a little bit. She has work tomorrow, so we're not going to be out too late, but we can do a little bit of exploring. See you guys after.
I'm in heels, y'all. See how that goes later.
Look at that. 5:30. I told you guys I'll cut the time down. I'm going to cut it down even further to probably 5:29. We're going to get there. It's Sunday. Hopefully we find parking. But that's not likely in Manhattan. If anything, I'll send her in there to get started on the reservation. And then I'll park the car, come inside. But we shouldn't have an issue finding the parking on Sundays. We are in the Upper East Side. It's not like Times Square, but it is a little bit congested. But as you see, we got NFL Red Zone on. Right? NFL Red Zone on. Enjoying ourselves. No sports betting today. No sports. None today. I won enough yesterday. Can't be greedy. Start betting too much, you lose. And who scored? Dinner is absolutely amazing. They never miss. Let me see. Rocco never misses. Now, Rocco is not there today, but we did have exception. You know what? Not exception. We had excellent service from the supporting cast. Wish I got to speak to Rocco, but that is okay. We're gonna go walk, find some gelato. Well, I find some. There's a gelato place. I'm not gonna have a gelato. I made all the adjustments necessary, so we can have a little bit of fun. Cardio in the morning. Don't even worry about it. You know how this goes. An amazing time. So there's a Chip City across the street. So if they do not have a brownie at the place we're going, just get some Chip City instead. Well, I'm gonna get some Chip City. She wants the gelato. See you guys in a bit.
Wine. chocolate ice cream with like chocolate gelato